It was supposed to be our night, an evening like any other. But the moment I walked into that ballroom, everything shifted. There, under the dimmed lights and the soft hum of the music, I saw it. Her and him. Together, they danced. Their laughter, their closeness, it felt like a cruel joke being played right in front of my eyes. And yet, it wasn't funny at all. You've probably heard the saying, when you know, you know. Well, that night, I knew. But the question wasn't whether I should confront her, it was whether I could. But as I stood there, watching them in perfect harmony, I knew there was no turning back. I had always trusted her. I believed in her. She would always tell me how much I meant to her, how we were meant to be together. But now, seeing her in his arms, twirling effortlessly as though she had never said those words to me, I felt a bitter coldness creep over my chest. The room spun around me as the truth hit with the force of a wave. There was no denying it anymore. She wasn't just my wife. She had become someone I didn't even recognize. As they laughed together, the thought crossed my mind. How long had this been going on? Was I the fool in this story all along? I stood still, letting the scene unfold. The sound of their voices, the sway of their dance, all of it was suffocating. Every word, every laugh felt like daggers piercing my heart. The music swirled around us, a mocking reminder of how little it mattered now. I looked at her sister, who was sitting a few tables away, unaware of the storm that was about to hit. There was no anger in my heart. There was only a quiet, crushing understanding. She was the last person to know, and in that moment, a decision formed within me. I walked toward her sister. She had always been kind to me, never questioning my decisions, always supportive. As I approached her, she gave me a small smile, but I could see the curiosity in her eyes. What was I doing here? I didn't speak a word, only reached into my pocket. The cold metal of the ring felt heavier than I had ever imagined. Slowly, deliberately, I slid it off my finger and placed it in her sister's hand. Her eyes widened in confusion, but I simply nodded. Take it. It's yours now. With one final glance at the woman I had loved, I turned. She hadn't seen me, not yet. But when I walked away, I couldn't help but wonder, did she feel anything? Did she even care? The sounds of the celebration, the laughter, the music, they faded into a dull hum as I made my way out of the ballroom. Every step felt like a weight being lifted, yet every inch I moved away from her, I also moved away from everything I had ever known. Was this the end? But as I reached the exit, I felt a surge of clarity. It wasn't the end. It was only the beginning of my life without her. I had to walk away, not for me, but for what I deserved, and for what she never gave me. Days passed, and the echoes of that night lingered. I didn't speak to her again. She never came after me. Maybe, deep down, she knew it was over. Perhaps she thought she had already won by having him. But as I looked at the life I was beginning to build, a life free from the shadows of betrayal, I realized something. I was free. The ring? It wasn't just a symbol of our broken marriage. It was a reminder of the man I used to be, the man who was afraid to walk away. But now, I wasn't that man. I was stronger. And more importantly, I was whole again. Betrayal has a way of breaking you. But if you let it, it can also set you free. I don't know where life will take me from here, but I know this: I won't make the same mistake again. And if you're going through something similar, I want you to remember this: you don't owe anyone your peace. Thank you for listening to my story. If you've ever been in a situation where you had to walk away, share this video and leave a comment. Let's keep the conversation going. And remember to subscribe for more stories like this one. Because sometimes the hardest part isn't leaving, it's learning to live without what you thought you couldn't live without.